Well, hello, my lovely dishers. It is time to dish with Dee. Thank you for tuning into this video and making yourself a priority. If you're new here, welcome. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, and if you enjoy this video, I would love for you to become part of my community. You can hit that subscribe button and you can hit that bell next to it. It lets you know when I upload new content and go live. And I do go live here on this channel about 4 or 5 times a week. So you'll get notified. Dish with Dee is live and you want to come join our live conversation. It's all about weight loss, healthy lifestyle, and fun in general. So I'd love to have you. Also, there is a Facebook group, private Facebook group, Dish with Dee's Crew. There's a link down below in the description box. There's a little arrow that you hit, slides the box down, and it gives you all the information. All my favorite things are all listed there as well. So there's a lot of information in that description box. Come join us on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Join our community of waist-watching warriors. It is Saturday, and Saturday typically here is when I go to my weight loss meeting. I still go to a meeting. I belong to Weight Watchers of International. They're fabulous. So much better than a franchise, I will say that. And I go Saturday mornings. My meeting is 8:30 to 9. It's great. You know, I like being back to meetings. I do. I'm a meeting maker. Meter makers make it. I'm a meeting person, so I do enjoy my meeting. If you didn't, you saw my video the other day, I was in flux about low carb, no carb. So I finally decided I started off last week in a live talking about, trying to do low carb. And after doing some research, realizing that low carb is not going to work for me because I love carbs, and carbs are really important, and I cannot sustain my weight loss on that or sustain my life on that. And I always say you have to lose it like you're going to live it. And I can't live with that many carbs. So I decided to do what I call carb conscious, that I am tracking my carbs and I know how many carbs I'm eating, and I'm trying to keep my carbs to 100 to 120 a day. That's, been since probably Monday. I've been, doing that because Saturday I'm like, I'll do 50. That's keto, people. And that's just not me. And girl loves carbs. I do probably indulge a little too many, but so we did with the carb conscious. And if you didn't see my video on Thursday, it was we have a weight loss Lenten challenge, and I check it every week, and that's, up. And I did mention there that I decided to tweak my program yet again for the 250th time. And that's the great thing. You can tweak it, and you need to tweak it if it's not working. If the mix is not, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. So I tweaked it to be the blue plan. So because I spent 4 years on the blue plan, and that's the plan I love, and that's the plan that I feel comfortable with. I know personal points is much personal. I get that. But if you're not feeling it in your head, it's never going to work. So I'm back on what we call the blue plan. Modified blue plan, but it's the blue plan. For me, nothing's changing. Obviously, it's Weight Watchers. It's just the blue plan. And I've been doing, like I said, for 4 years. So I know it like the back of my hand. I do have it on my Healthy iTrack Bites app, so I could scan foods there to get points, but I will just quick track on my Weight Watchers app. Okay, that being said, how'd you do on the scale this week, Dee? Well, I have not done well the last few weeks, but today I am here to report that I had a loss. I did. I had a great loss. I had a 2.8 pound loss. Let's just say 3 pounds. In my world, that's 3 pounds. Yes, 2.3 pounds. I like to put a third in there, but that's still 0.2, so I will take it back. But you know what? In my mind, yep. So I am less than 10 pounds from where I want to be now. That's fantastic. So again, if you find the mix that works for you and you're into it, it will work. I'm a firm believer of that. I am. We'll talk more about that. Let's get to the meeting topic du jour. All right, how to find an eating pattern that'll stick. How freaking funny is that? Because that's what I did. I needed to find a pattern that will stick, it's livable. It's livable. It has to be, because you're not on a diet. At least I'm not. Maybe you are, but I'm not on a diet. I'm on a healthy lifestyle. And what I do to lose the weight, I'm living it. I have to live it. Maintenance is around the corner, and you have to be prepared for that. Oh God, Lee Ann Jackson. My God, what happened to the other 2 girls? Finally, some new blood. Let's see what she has to say. The magic equation for eating perfectly, it doesn't exist. But figuring out a healthier pattern of eating you can stick with. It does. It is all about so many factors that matter to you. Try this. Okay, there's a little quiz that you can take. It's like yes or no. I don't think you can push on it. It doesn't really think. Well, the quiz is, I thought maybe we can check on it, but I can't. I like things I like to eat. Are you eating them? If you're not eating foods you like to eat, you're on a diet. Everything is on the menu. Should check yes. Again, everything is on the menu. It's just in smaller amounts. We can have cake. We can't have cake, but we can have cake. So, I am able to eat my favorite foods. Are you? If you're not, you're on a diet. You want to be on a lifestyle because let me tell you something. You're going to want those foods. And if you have not found a way to fit them in, I'm able to stick to my weight loss and wellness goals. That one we flip-flop with because I think sometimes we lose sight once in a while where I kind of call them like the binge eating. And honestly, that one can be an in-betweener because sometimes, we have a bad week. I'm not going to sit there and say it doesn't happen because it does. And I think it's perfectly normal to have that. I think it's perfectly normal to be in the middle of this one because it's lifestyle. And not everything goes perfectly in lifestyle. So our ability needs to be our ability to bounce back. Yes, I will go off. But next, I'm on track. Next meal, back on it. And if you keep practicing it, you will get better at it. It's discipline. You have to discipline yourself. If you're allowing yourself to have something, you need to have something else. There has to be a give and take with this. It can't all be about, okay, you have to push and pull. That's how life works. I can be social and go to social events. I certainly hope so. Just because you're going out doesn't mean you can't eat. Don't be afraid to go somewhere because of the food. And don't be bringing your food with you. You find a way to fit what they've had in. You just do. To sit there, I'm going to bring everything. Then that's being on a diet because you have to be able to eat other people's food. You just have to watch the quantities. It's all about quantities. We can have macaroni and cheese. We just can't have a freaking crap ton of it. But you can have a little bit of mac and cheese. Like, don't ever think that you can't have something. You can. I'm able to eat the same as my partner, kids, and friends. You should be because let me tell you, the food and recipes that are out in today's world are phenomenal. Compared to when my mother was on it, yeah, she was eating fish out of a can. She was eating liver. I mean, you see like, Drizzle Me Skinny Taste, Girl Pound Dropper, even more. We're making fantastic food. And let me tell you something. I've made many of WW or light recipe and nobody's ever questioned it. They've eaten it. My desserts are phenomenal. Nobody knows it's WW unless you sit there and say, oh, that's Weight Watchers. You don't need to explain your food to anybody. You don't. So stop explaining. It's not, there's good stuff. And yeah, you shouldn't be making 18 different meals. Like, again, like I eat the same food we eat. Like I have breaded chicken. I air fry it. Yeah, not everything has to be 0 points. Remember that you can eat breadcrumbs. Like you have to remember that we have points. We need to use them. And sometimes if your dinners are more higher on point, then try to have more lower point, 0 points breakfast and lunch, and then save at least 12 to 15 points for dinner. If you're having like, things like mac and cheese and something that may be a little bit unhealthier, but everybody should be eating the same food because your food is good. And just don't stop telling them that it's diet food because it's not. It's healthy wellness journey food. It's good for them and they will eat it. Like I said, like I was making a Drizzle Me Skinny biscuit bake. Now, what I do is I know where my corner is. And on everybody else's corner, I bulk up. I buy an extra can of biscuits and more cheese because they're men. They need to eat more, obviously, than I do. So, yeah, so you'll see like there's a divot in my section because mine is just the correct, where theirs has more cheese, more biscuits because they're men. So you can definitely tweak these recipes, just adding a few things that will help them as well. It's easy to find what I eat at my local store. Yes, it's much better to shop. I will say it's more expensive. Eating healthy is not cheap. But yeah, you definitely could get good selections out than back in the day anyway. If you answered mainly yes, and you think this is likely the way you can eating, you can stick to it. Great. If you answered mainly no and aren't sure if the way you're eating it now is something you can do for long, that's okay. For each question you said no, brainstorm what can you do to turn that no into a yes. And if you said yes, identify what you need to do to stay on track next week. Now, the only thing I would have said would have been, I'm able to stick to my wellness goals, weight goals and wellness goals. Not 100%. I don't know anybody that can. And if you are, send some my way. I don't think it's realistic to say 100% of the time you can. Unless you have OCD. I don't know. I mean, I think if you're sticking 85%, that's a win. I do. I don't think it's unrealistic to sit there and you can be, oh, I'm on 150% of the time. Yeah, if you are, well, that's great. That's great. I bow down to you, but I know I'm not. Let's dive a little deeper. We're all about being real, and that means creating and keeping up a healthier pattern of eating that works for you. The more you practice the way of eating, it's more likely it will become a regular part of life. This is true. The more you do it, the more you'll get used to it. Smaller portions take time. Everything is on the menu, just the amount is not. Like somebody mentioned at the beginning that she found this skinny pasta at Costco. That's wonderful. And I'm all about, buying hacks. You know that. But to me, I like to mix my hacking with my regular pasta. I'm not giving out my regular pasta. I'm not. Would I like to eat more? Sure, who wouldn't? But I have my 2 ounces, and maybe I'd mix that skinny pasta in there, or my zucchini noodles, or my butternuts, or my squash, or my shirataki. I like the shirataki once in a while, but mixed in, it's a little bit better. But to sit there and have 100% of that, I mean, I think in the beginning we all do that. We all find these fun things to have low point meals. See, there I think is the disconnect with Weight Watchers and its members. People are saying that and nobody says anything. Like, honey, it doesn't have to be 0 or low points. You have points to use. You need to use them. If you start off underpointing yourself, you've just shot yourself in the foot. I'm going to tell you that you are. We have points for a reason. They've designed this program for us to eat our points. Now, granted, you could be filling up on 0-point foods. They're wonderful options. I don't think you can live the rest of your life eating just 0-point foods. I think the 0-point food is a base, and you build upon that base. And you definitely need to keep them in check. Like me, oats. I had oats as 0-point food. Ate way too many oats. I cut back my oats this week. Scale went down. Boo, booyah. It's the oats. And I knew it was going to be a carb issue. I like bread. And I'm always going to like bread. So I find a way to fit it in. I found a low carb bread that I actually liked. It was a protein bread. That's actually pretty good. I got it all day. It was in my food haul. If you didn't see it, I will link that video below as well in the cards. It's up there. And again, that's something I can find. I could find Ezekiel bread. I could find this protein bread. I could find Dave's Killer bread. That sucker's been around for a while. Those breads are full of fiber, and the more fiber lowers the carb. There is such a thing as net carbs. Some people say there is, some people say there isn't. Depends on whatever floats your boat. I believe in net carbs, so I count net carbs because fiber knocks down carbs, and carbs are important, and carbs are in everything. They're in fruit. So I've limited myself to no more than 2 fruits a day. I was eating those big, I was just scarfing fruit down, not realizing that there's carbs in there. I didn't know, but I know. Now I do. See, a little research does a body good. So I am learning. Every day's a learning day. You evolve. You try everything, and then you see what you can live, what you can't live, what you're willing to sacrifice. For me, everything has to be on the menu. I don't sit there and knock out any food group. No food is inherently bad. It is not. You can't live the rest of your life thinking, I can't eat that. I'm not eating that. I'm choosing not to eat that. I wish life was that easy, but it's not. Sometimes you have a budget. You can't afford the 98% ground beef. You have a family. You have to get the 85-15 or the 80-20. How do you live with that? You might find a way. You eat less of it. You do. You drain it really, really, really well. I don't rinse. People do. I don't know why, but you drain that sucker. It's fine. Nothing is ever going to kill you. It's like somebody was saying in the meeting today, which I was kind of like, oh, her and a ground turkey. I'm sorry. I like ground turkey, don't get me wrong, but I'm not totally eating it. I have beef. We have beef at least once a week, whether it's a burger, a meatloaf, a steak. There is one beef in our week because it's life. And why would you not have beef? And please, turkey is turkey. Turkey is not beef. Do not try to disguise your turkey as beef. While it is good, it is not beef, nor should it be. You know, when I have my turkey, I like to, you know, if I make turkey meatloaves, but I make it taste like turkey. I put the sage in there, sage and turkey, the poultry seasoning. I don't try to make it taste like beef because it's not. While it's good, it's not beef. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. Like I said, I don't mind it, but I don't want it. I don't try to disguise it as beef. It's turkey, you know? And remember, we're looking for lifestyle. We're looking for sustainability. Remember I had my video the other day. You're going to hit the maintenance, and what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to start eating beef again. No, it doesn't work like that. You know, because you've not had those calories in your body. And when you stop eating rich food, and you try to put it, talk from one who's had full fat cheese, it was not pretty. I need to start incorporating a little bit more fats, I think. And remember, it's a journey. Oh, did you just say that? Don't feel pressure to have everything down to your first go round. Begin with one small step at a time, like leaning on 0-point foods or planning ahead for a special occasion until the momentum moves you forward to a lifestyle eating that is healthy, enjoyable, and most important, doable. You can't do everything the first week out of the gate. You can't track your food, drink your water, eat your vegetables, exercise. That's a lot. That's a lot of pressure to put on somebody that's not doing anything. Pick something you want to work on. That's what the challenge was for, to pick something. I picked water, I picked tracking, and I picked decluttering my stuff. And I have been really good with all of them. Am I drinking the perfect amount of water? Nope. But am I drinking more than I was? Yep. And that's what you want to see. Progress, not perfection. If you're trying to hit that 60 ounces every day and you're not doing it, you're depressed, don't. Look at what you are drinking. You have to look at the progress that you've made, not where you need to go. You got it. You can't, because you're going to go nowhere, because you're going to be so wrapped up in that, you're going to stall yourself. And I don't want to see you do that. I could sit here and tell you that I've lost 100 pounds. It's legit crazy. And the fact that I've done that is by following a lifestyle plan. I didn't sit there and put a timeline on it. I didn't sit there and take foods out of it. I didn't eat any special foods. Yes, I get the kind of funky stuff. I don't consider that just eating that. I eat that with everything. Like, yeah, I have the skinny syrups, but I also have regular stuff as well. I have everything. The tweaks that I use just enhance the food, you know? And I got my latte today, because I have 65 points on the board, so I could have me a matcha latte on weigh-in day. You know, you just have to plan it. So yeah, this is my special day for my special latte, and I got bonus points for it. So I got the almond milk with the sugar-free toasted almond. It's divine. I am like in love. So our recipe of the week is lentils, cucumber, and smoked trout salad. Did I bring the paper down with me? I thought I brought the recipe du jour. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe this is it. Here it is. I've never had smoked trout, though. I think I would like it because I love smoked salmon. So here's a little QR code. I remembered it today. What is the points? 4 to 9. Oh God, what would be 9? I guess, you know, maybe trout. There's lentils. I think it sounds delicious. I love lentils in a salad. Like I said, I've never had smoked trout. I think I'd probably like it. I like smoked fish. Looks so fresh. It'd be a great little lunch. Looks fabulous. I've never had it, but I would love to make it. But I doubt it, because I don't know if I've ever seen smoked trout in the store. Skin discarded. But that is the recipe du jour of the week. So that is it. My advice to you, my lovelies, is make it easy. Remember, you can build. And after you do you pick one thing, then the next week pick another, that, and something else when you're ready. And you will see it all come together. Like I always say, this is like a holistic approach to weight loss, this channel. Because I know how hard it is. And I know it's just not do it. Oh, just do it. Just say you're going to do it and do it. Make a plan and do it. Easier said than done. I always say baby steps lead to big results eventually. You know, you only have one way to go is up from here. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this week's topic du jour and my fantastic way in which I have not had a long time. I hope to build on it, but, you know, one day at a time, one meal at a time, that is all we can do. I cannot look that far ahead. I have to get through today, I have to get through tomorrow, I have to get through the whole week. One day at a time. We can't look ahead, we can only look to today. So thank you for joining me again. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below how your week went. You know, how did you do on the scale? What are you tweaking on your plan to help you stay more lifestyle? Me, I'm, as I said, carb conscious, and I went to blue. I've been 4 years on that plan. It's something that I'm very comfortable with, and this whole journey is. So if you're not mentally into it, it's a struggle. And I feel like I was fighting against myself, which is the worst person to fight against yourself. So let's do what I do best, and we'll see how it goes from there. It's a Weight Watchers plan. How bad could it be, right? I'm doing anything odd. I'm doing Weight Watchers Blue plan. Like, okay. But nothing is going to change on the channel. The same fab. I haven't done my recipes, but recipes will always be there for you. And thank you for watching. I will talk to you. I'm not sure about a meal prep. Patrick's in the hospital. Depends how much I can get done. I don't know if I'll get a meal prep up this weekend. I did start it, so I do have like 2 things done. So maybe it might be a mini meal prep. That'll definitely go up. So we'll do, I can at least promise you a mini prep. We'll call it mini meal prep. So thanks for watching, and I will dish with you another day, my lovelies. And if you know anybody that needs content like this, that needs this kind of, you know, persona, like, you know, it's a lifestyle persona, it's not a diet persona, then share my channel. There's a share button. Hit it, grab a link, share it on Facebook, Facebook groups, your Zoom, your Weight Watchers meeting. Share the love. I love that. Have a great day, and we will dish another day, my lovelies.